It's juke, no juke, no juke. Ooh. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Joke, no joke. I'm in the building, man. Come one, come all. It's a free fall for all. We got to talk. Let's see who's going to be first in the building tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Rasan, first in the building. Salute, salute. Membership gang, Drew C in the building. What up? Michelle Frizzy, third in the building. What up? Desiree in the building. What up? Oh, y'all coming in quick. I can't even keep up. Let's go. Let's go. Joke, no joke. I'm here, man. Peace, peace. And live in the building. Rock on wood. What up? Mike Miggity in the building. What up? You know what it is. That's right. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Charlotte in the building. Rest in peace. My cousin Bernard just passed away in Charlotte a few days ago. I'll be in Charlotte in a few days for a service. Shout out to everybody up there. Don't take these days for granted. You know what I mean? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. My cousin kept trying to get me to come up to Charlotte too. Let me know, man, that you can't take time for granted. No, you can't think that you always, oh, I'm gonna have time, or I'll go up there. You know, yeah. So rest in peace, my cousin Bernard. Let, let that be a lesson to y'all like me. If you got a cousin, a family member, a sibling, a brother, a sister, auntie, or uncle, or even a friend that's been reaching out to you and like, yo, let's get up. Do not think that tomorrow is promised. Cause I feel so bad that I ain't get to go hang out with my cousin. And now I don't even have the opportunity to do that. And he was only 3, 4 hours away. And I didn't go. I feel so bad about it, man. But by the grace of God, we did get to kick it on the phone a lot. But yeah, man. Shout out to his brothers and sisters. You know, his mom and dad is no longer here. I guess he be reunited with them. Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that. It's going to change my mood. Um, Joke no joke, man. I'm in the building, but do remember what I said. If you got family members that been reaching out, that been wanting to see you, you never know what they going through. You never know how long you know you or them may be here. Don't take time for granted. Whatever you do, do not take time for granted. All right. We are blessed to see another day. We are blessed to have another meal. You are blessed to see your children another day. You are blessed to see your mother, your father another day, your grandmother. Don't ever take it for granted, please. But Joke, no joke. I came on because the girl Clarissa Shields has responded. We still haven't heard anything from Papoose. I think in this case, it really ain't Papoose place to say anything. That was really for her to get out there and clear up, even though she didn't do the diss record to 50. Um, the diss record was really, Papoose going at 50. But, as they say, there's no love in war. So, you know, 50 went after his girl instead of going at him. And the dude Maserati Bud, he chimed in and he got dragged into it too. And, there's before I get to Clarissa's response, right? There are a lot of people out here that are upset with Maserati, but they feel like what he did was a sucker move. He shouldn't have outed her like that. He supposed to kept it G. And some ways, I caught the chills. In some ways, I gotta agree with that, you know, but I don't really know what their relationship was. Um, but if he knew that she had a man and he was messing with her, you know, he wasn't supposed to throw her under the bus. He supposed to kept it G, you know, not saying is right if he was messing with her behind her man's back, but hey, Clarissa gotta she gotta take it how she dished it. She's still with a married man, technically, you know, and she has been public about it in one aspect of it. But Maserati Bud, he was supposed to keep it G. He wasn't supposed to air her out like that, you know. It is it is kind of a little messy. you know. He was supposed to keep it G. But the cat is out the bag now, so it don't even matter. So Clarissa Shields came out today. She did a live. And the live that she did, to me, um, didn't help her none, right? Because she's saying that, 50 accusing of her of a romantic or intimate relationship with the dude Maserati Bud. And she said she didn't have neither, right? But then she go through these text messages, or DMs, I would say. Um, and she has a whole DM chain between her and Maserati Bud. Now, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that through this exchange between them, there is no point in the exchange between them that would reveal that they had an intimate sexual relationship. I would say that. I didn't see nothing in there that I saw. But let's keep it a buck. She didn't show the beginning of the exchange. She only showed like the ending of the exchange. And we don't know what was said in the beginning. It could have been some flirting back and forth. We don't know. Because she didn't show the whole thing. She only showed what would um validate her from not having an intimate relationship with Maserati. But however, in that exchange, you can see there was clearly Maserati Bud shooting his shot. And, you know, in that exchange, you could see her telling him, yo, you got somebody. I told you I got somebody. And but she didn't mention Papoose' name in there. She's just like, yo, I'm messing with somebody. If she was proud, it would have been, oh, I mess with Papoose. She didn't do that. She was just like somebody. And that was a little bit fishy, right? Not only was that a little bit fishy, um, for her to be like, yo, I don't care who you mess with, or you was messing with somebody, this, that, and the other. That shows that there was interest, if not on both behalves, even if it was one-sided, it was interest there. Then the other thing is, if you had no interest in talking to Maserati, but why was it so much back and forth, right? If you had no interest in dealing with him, why is he talking about how he will uh, protect you? He'll look out for you. He'll take care of you. He'll give you money, like financially. He'll have 100 dudes pull up with ratchets or whatever. Like he will protect you. I don't need, and then she ended that way. That's not necessary. Like, what were y'all talking about prior to him talking about he'll have 100 dudes pull up and protect you, and you saying that's not necessary? Like, who was you beefing with, or who did you have a problem with that Maserati Bud would be saying that he'll have the goons pull up, and you saying that's not necessary? Why would he feel the need to protect you from anyone, right? And if y'all wasn't like that, why are you telling him that's not necessary, right? Why would he put his life on the line for you? Why would he put his homies' lives on the line for you if y'all don't have at least a friendship, right? So, like I said, you didn't show the exchange from the beginning all the way through. You brought it in where you felt it validated that you didn't have a, an intimate relationship with him, or you declined to have a relationship with him, or that you was telling him that you was dating somebody, but you didn't state who you were dating. And when she's reading it, she's like, I told him I got someone, Pap clearly, but you didn't state, oh, I'm dating Papoose. He know who Papoose is. So um is very one-sided. Now, you didn't address the part, excuse me, where he said that you spend time over at his house. You didn't address that. You didn't address the time where you didn't address the fact that he said you were in his house naked, right? Now, just because y'all wasn't intimate doesn't mean that you didn't allegedly spend time at his house. And we know, or at least I know, I heard you say myself that when you're training for a fight, you don't have sex. You said when you training, and you got a fight coming, you're not intimate. You said this yourself. So you could have been hanging out with the guy and he knew he wasn't getting no bunkie because you was training. That could be one thing. But my point is, Clarissa, you didn't address the fact that he said you spent time at his house. Now, 50 said that there's ring camera footage. I don't know if it was him going in your house or you going in his house. I'm expecting that to come out next. Now, what do you say if he shows ring cam footage of you going into his house? I'm not saying that that doesn't mean you slept with him, but you saying that you wasn't romantic or intimate with him, that don't mean you couldn't have been dating him, right? While you was dating Papoose, which for you is cool. You single, like to some degree, like you and Papoose aren't engaged. Papoose is still a married man. So technically, you are free to do what you want. So for you to come out here and defend yourself, you really don't have to. Not until Papoose gets a divorce. I don't see where you feel the need that you got to defend yourself. You're a grown woman. You don't have no kids with Papoose, right? Papoose is still technically married, you know, and at the time of these exchanges, was it 2024? I don't, you and Papoose been, well, y'all said y'all met in 2020. So it's been a while. But, um, but the fact that you didn't address that you was at his house walking around naked is a little suspect to me, right? Doesn't mean you slept with him, because a lot of us men, we date women, we spend nights with women, and sometimes women ain't ready to have sex, but we still be dating. We can sleep in the bed together naked and we could hug and we could kiss, we could cuddle, you know, but we don't have to have sex, but it don't mean that we not messing around. And then he also said another thing that you didn't address was he said little Scrappy seen y'all together in his car. I think he said he was driving a Maybach or whatever it was. He said that you, Scrappy, saw y'all together, like hanging out. You didn't address that. You didn't address you walking around his house naked. And then the other thing that was weird to me was you saying that he was a stalker and every time he was around you, he filming this, that, and the other. Why was he around you? Why did you allow him to be around you? And if he was filming you, um, what's wrong with that? And then here's the other thing that makes it suspect too, in my opinion. If he's posting pictures of you and it's totally innocent, what's the problem with him posting pictures of you? Now I could see if y'all was messing around, he supposed to be keeping it on the low. Then nah, he shouldn't be posting intimate pictures with you. Not intimate as y'all kissing or anything, or just y'all having pictures. And if he was a stalker, Why does he have so many pictures of you and him? Calling him a stalker and you not hanging in his presence. Like, why is he in your house while you on the phone FaceTiming Papoose, singing the Papoose? If he's a stalker, what is a stalker sitting in your room, in your living room, while you in the kitchen on the phone with your man, chilling? If he's a stalker, what is he doing in your house? How does that make any sense, Clarissa? These are the things that if you're gonna come out and speak on these things, you gotta be mindful of the things that's already taking place. He's showing a video of him in your house. In your house. How the hell did he get in your house if he's a stalker? That don't make no sense. Who lets a stalker into their house and sitting there chilling and he gotta have his phone out and filming you, this, that, and the other? That's not a stalker. Now, him filming you while you in your house and he supposed to be there on the low, you can say that's sucker-ish. Like, damn, nigga, you supposed to been in the house on the low. You over here taking video and stuff. Come on, that's being a tender pee-pee. You being a tender dingaling. Nah, nigga, you being a fan. You can say that you have all the rights to say that. Yo, that you fanning out, my nigga. I let you come in the house, you chilling, and you filming me in my house? Come on, my nigga, what is you doing? You being a fan. You can say that. You would be validated in saying that. But to call him a stalker, but you allow him in your home, how much of a stalker could he be, love? That's not stalker behavior, Clarissa. That fanning out, recording you, like, there's a lot of celebrities that I hang out with. There's a lot of celebrities that I worked with in my 30 years plus in this industry. And a lot of times I'm hanging out with them and I don't take pictures. Now, you may see people in the industry, you go to their house, they got all kind of celebrity pictures on the wall with all kind of pictures with them with celebrities. Me, I don't have one picture on my wall with a celebrity. And I got gang of pictures. I got years of pictures, but there's so many moments in my career. I met plenty of celebrities and never took a picture with them, or they might even be like, you want to take a picture? Nah, I'm good. Because in our industry, that was looked at as not being professional. You know what I'm saying? It's not professional to take pictures with celebrities when you're working. Now, you may see a driver, ask celebrities for pictures, but most bodyguards might not even ask to take a picture. Today, it might be different because of Instagram, this, that, and the third. But a lot of us, we didn't do that. But like I said, when you see dudes and you go to their house or you see them on Instagram and they got pictures with all types of celebrities and stuff, they groupies. Those are what you call groupies. You know what I'm saying? Or they got to prove to people that they was around celebrities, this, that, and other. Most of us don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Even my Instagram isn't filled with a bunch of celebrities. You know, I could break out a bunch of pictures and stuff and from back in from the 90s to, throughout my career where I may have pictures here and there and post them. And, some people get a kick out of that, some don't. But for you, Clarissa, to call this man a stalker and he's in your house. How do you explain that, boo? How do you explain that, boo? You can't call the man a stalker and invite him into your place. That to me doesn't add up. It doesn't. So the other thing is, why would you make him take down pictures of you if your relationship or your friendship was totally innocent? That's the part that's suspect. When you going through that chain and you like, yo, take them pictures down, take them pictures down. Why would he have to take pictures down off his Instagram that he have review if it's innocent? And even if he's fanning out, why do you care if he have pictures of you on his Instagram? Now, if y'all had a little thing going on and it's supposed to be on the low and he blowing up the spot, then it would make sense why you telling him to take the pictures down. Then I agree with you 100%. Yo, nigga, what you doing? You blowing the spot up, dude. Papoose could see these pictures. People could see these pictures. Like, if you want to be my little boo thing, take the pictures down, bro. What is you doing? You blowing up the spot. That would make much more sense. So when you going through this DM exchange with this guy and you telling him, yo, take down the pictures in several occasions, yo, take them pictures down. Yo, take them pictures down. If there's nothing going on with y'all, why do we have to take the pictures down? Oh man, you being a stalker. Man, why you posting these pictures? Yo, take these pictures down. And he like, yo, why? Like, yo, you gonna mess up my timeline. I'm putting them up, da 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 da. And you tell him, nah, man, take those down, take those down. And then he says you in his house naked. And then he's in your house. Clarissa, you didn't have to say nothing. Only person you gotta prove something to is Papoose. You don't have to prove nothing to 50. And let me tell you something. Suing 50 is a waste of lawyer money. You talking about suing 50 is nothing but another sign of guilt. Why? Because you know the old saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. What do you got to lose by 50 saying you slept with this guy? What is that going to do to your career? You think anybody is going to stop you from fighting your next fight because 50 said, "Oh, you slept with my," and he never used the word had sex with, so you're gonna spend tens of thousands of dollars to try to sue 50 Cent because he said you was messing with a guy who came out and said that he was messing with you and that you walked around his house naked and then he's in your house. You're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars for a defamation lawsuit. For what? You're not married. So what is the defamation or the slander going to do to your relationship? Papoose can't divorce you, so you're not losing no money. Papoose can't divorce you. He's not taking the house. Papoose can't divorce you. He's not taking the car. You have nothing to lose. You're going to sue him and you're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. And he's probably got lawyers on retainer, right? That he's probably not going to even lose no money because uh he's already probably got lawyers on deck because he dealt with so much lawsuits, right? But what is going to be your case? Defamation. He said that I slept with a guy that I didn't sleep with. I see you use Chat GPT to see if you could sue him. You should use Chat GPT to see how much money you would be rewarded in a defamation lawsuit against a person that said that you slept with a man that you didn't sleep with, or you were intimate or romantically involved. You can't say you wasn't romantically involved with the guy because that's that's subjective. You may feel like you wasn't romantically involved, but he may feel like y'all was romantically involved. He may be like, yo, she we walked around me naked. Did I have sex with her? No, we didn't get to that point yet, right? So I don't know if you really want to waste your money suing 50 Cent. I think you're trying to save face for the relationship with Papoose. I think the only thing you need to do is um stupid nigga talking about I sound compromised. How am I compromised? I ain't got a dog in this fight. This nigga said, I sound compromised. I sound compromised. Please explain that. I'll be waiting for you to explain that. What are you going to gain? Nothing. Sue him. I don't care. And see where it goes. But remember, you are spending money to prove that you didn't sleep with a dude you didn't sleep with. Why do you feel you need to prove something to 50 Cent or to the world? If you know you didn't sleep with this guy, right? So if somebody comes out tomorrow and say you slept with Mike Tyson, you gonna sue them too? If somebody comes out the following day and says you slept with your girlfriend, you gonna sue them too? Now, you could take my advice or you don't have to, but who is 50 Cent, right? All he doing is trolling you. Pap came out with a diss song and went at and he took the whole focus off the diss song, say, and moved it over here, right? And now nobody's talking about the diss song. You up here defending yourself against a dude you said you never slept with. You showing DMs to prove that didn't sleep with a dude that you know you didn't sleep with. Who are you proving something to? 50 Cent. And why do you feel you need to prove something to 50 Cent if it's not true? Everybody done forgot about the diss record, right? Everybody's sitting around waiting for you or Papoose to have an explanation about Maserati Bud. The whole diss record is gone. It's out of here. It ain't even that joint ain't even live a week. 50 just you playing chess, and 50 just took your queen and the king with a pawn. Y'all totally lost focus of what was going on. And now you talking about spending money on a lawyer for defamation. And you sitting there yourself alleging that he has a STD by calling him bumpy, right? With no medical proof. So you not worried about being countersued? You done got so emotional that you are insinuating he got an STD with no medical proof. And who you think will win that lawsuit? If you want to go for defamation for him saying, oh, you slept with somebody to stand up, and you're accusing him, what you accusing him of is much more worse than what the allegations are against you. And we see how that turned out for Tasha K, right? That cost her $4 million and got her creating a goddamn not only fans, a GoFundMe account to help her pay a nut. And you go follow right behind what Tasha K did and insinuating 50 got an STD and talking about suing. And Papoose says it in the rap, right? Now, I don't know where Papoose got his information from. I don't know where you got your information from. But you sitting there talking about suing somebody and you are insinuating that this man got an STD without seeing any medical records. That man got y'all all wrapped up in a bunch of nonsense from a diss record, and you just jumped out the goddamn window and didn't even realize what you were saying, and in the same breath talking about suing somebody when you are sitting here doing the same exact thing, making allegations that you have no proof of. Now, if he put the lawyers on you, which one is more detrimental? Because all he could do is go grab Papoose song and says, oh, this man insinuated that I have a STD. allegedly, right? And then you come right behind Papoose and get on the live stream and uh validate what Papoose saying, right? So now he could go and grab Papoose song, and then he could go and grab your live and and what you call it, put those two together. And now he got a lawsuit against you. And if you didn't learn nothing from Tasha K, which that trial, I sat through that whole trial. Cardi B got $4 million for the same thing you just did. You know why Tasha K lost? Because she had no medical proof. And then you know what B did? She went and got a test to prove that she didn't have the alleged STD. And then you know what happened next? $4 million. So now, if 50 goes and says what you alleging towards him, and then go grab Papoose song, where he didn't say allegedly, he said that publicly, and y'all together, right? Put yourself in the trick bag, baby, getting emotional and proving something that you saying has no validation. So think, baby girl, before you get emotional, all you got to do is prove to Papoose that you didn't mess, excuse me, you didn't mess with Maserati, but you let 50 get you emotional and made you jump out the window. Now, if Maserati Bud comes and gives 50 ring footage of you walking in his house, is he gonna look like a stalker? You better pray to God he ain't got no footage you walking around naked in his house. That he's a legend. Then you really, really are gonna have to be doing some explaining. Choke no joke, man. Clarissa Shields, you playing with a man that's playing a mean game of online chess. And you over here playing sorry. you over here, you over here playing trouble. Sweetheart, you are playing trouble. You know, you got that little ball in the middle. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay attention, girl. 50 is playing games with you. If you know you did not sleep with this dude, the only person you had to prove it to was Papoose. That's it. You had nothing to prove to nobody else. And now you just made it worse because you went and showed them DM exchanges, which shows that y'all had communication with each other. He can't be a stalker if you sitting there talking to him back and forth. That's a long line of communication for a stalker that turned around and sitting in your goddamn house? Why would you let a stalker into your house? Baby girl, think before you react. Choke no joke. Y'all know what it is. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know, please hit the subscribe button. Like and share this. Send this to Clarissa because she might want to hear it. I know she can't take constructive criticism. I learned that. But hopefully she'll listen to this one. Choke no joke. Y'all already know. I'll catch y'all in a few. Peace.